Kandi is making it clear to the fans, to Nene Leakes, and to the network that she is done with Phaedra Parks. She's responding to Nene Leakes saying that the fans were robbed of a conversation between Kandi and Phaedra after the whole Dungeon Gate. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So you will be able to sound off on this topic later today during our Tuesday takeover at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. PST. So Kandi, as you know, has her Speak On It every single Sunday where she talks about the episode. But at the top of her Speak On It, she talks about the whole Phaedra Parks situation because her guest, Jay, asked her the question about what Nene Leakes had to say in her most recent interview. I can't believe that we're still talking about it, but that's the impact of Nene Leakes. So Nene, as you know, in her conversation said that she felt like the fans were robbed of a conversation between Kandi and Phaedra after Dungeon Gate. Because as you know, after that blew up at that reunion, Phaedra was never to be seen again until Ultimate Girls Trip. We never really had any sort of closure. I agree with that. And as I talk about this, I will explain a little bit later on where I feel like things could have ended up very differently. So Kandi in this conversation basically says, I feel like the fans forget. I feel like they do not understand or remember what happened at this reunion. She says that a couple of things. First of all, Phaedra literally says and accused her. She first says this. The reason why her and Porsha were able to move forward, it took time. It took a long time. And at least Porsha apologized for being involved in this. And also, if Porsha didn't say what she said at the reunion, we would have never known that Phaedra Parks was even involved, that she was the one who was telling Porsha these things. And you know, we've said this, well, Porsha wasn't innocent. Porsha wasn't. But at least Porsha showed remorse and at least worked on their friendship to be where they are today. I don't know if they're close friends. I mean, they were partnering at Beyonce, so that's pretty close. But here's the thing. She says that Phaedra, if you go back to the reunion, was making it seem as if Kandi was the one that told her about some dungeon and what she would do with these people. And then she backtracked during the same reunion to say, like, well, I heard someone say it. And I'm literally flashing back. And that's the thing about the internet. People do forget. They do forget those details. But the other detail that we have consistently said, and a lot of you keep reminding me, because I'm like, oh yeah, because every time the conversation about Phaedra coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta to save the day, the sinking ship, people remind me, well, no, think about the ramifications of the accusations that she was saying. And Kandi even says this, Kandi has said this before, that literally anytime a Bill Cosby situation comes up or an essay situation comes up, like the Tiny and T.I. situation, people are in her comments. The blogs start talking about, oh, well, maybe this is what Phaedra was talking about. So even though that situation of Dungeon Gate was never proven and turned out to be a lie, she still is feeling the ramifications, very much like as if it did happen. Take a look at what Kandi had to say in regards to the whole situation with Phaedra and why she could never work with Phaedra again.
They feel like you owe Phaedra a conversation.
I don't owe her shit. And I would say that to anybody.
Thing.
Not a mother thing. I don't owe her shit. Never get shit from me.
Because like she was like,
she and I don't understand.
She was like, I don't understand.
She was the main one back in the day. It's like when she with you, she with you. And when she with you, when she not, she want to drag you. Yeah. Because before, she was the main one saying that Phaedra should have got fired. When she went on, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she was saying that. I didn't even say that, but she said that. So it's just like now all of a sudden you think I owe her a conversation for what?
She was saying the fans was robbed of that, and she was like, if you
and they ain't never gonna get it.
Hell no.
Because the reason why I say it's not about the fans. I love the fans, but to me, I mean, obviously everybody know the blatant lie that was told.
Yeah, right.
But a lot of people don't even. It's like y'all be forgetting or something. I don't forget, especially not in this situation.
Yeah.
People always be like, oh, it was somebody else made it up. This blah blah blah. But y'all don't remember Porsha sitting there in that thing and said, "No, you told me that Kandi told you out your own mouth that this happened."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, no, then she tried to say, no, somebody else told me that."
Right.
Yeah. Like, you can't defend yourselves against blatant liars or people who are so spiteful that will make up anything to tear you down and then hide. Because, like, during the time that the whole situation played out, we didn't even know she was involved.
Right. But that was her thing. She was saying if you made up with Porsha, and she was like, you and Porsha have become friends again, she don't see why Phaedra don't get the same grace. But I mean, what do you mean? It
wasn't just that. People also forget the whole thing. Okay, first of all, those accusations, people want to bring those up every other year. I don't know if y'all know. People be like, "Oh, she must be true," or maybe it's some truth too. Yeah. Even though y'all seen it play out as a lie, right? And we all know those type of accusations
they stick with you for life.
Stick with you for life. And have totally ruined some people. Yeah. Now, thank God that I was able to turn the situation around.
But I think that was because people know you.
Had Porsha not said anything, right, I would have never known that she did it. And I would have never been able to defend myself against that. Yeah. It would have just been something that would have been forever. Kept going and dragged my name, right, and my businesses. Yeah. And mind you, I have a Bedroom Kandi, which is an adult brand, and something like that definitely will ruin that. Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
So that's one thing. The other part about that, I think a lot of people forget. In the middle of the reunion that year, she was like, "Oh yeah, how's everything going with your restaurant?" Now, people, which y'all don't know, or what I thought I explained back then, maybe some of y'all don't forget.
And my restaurant wasn't the city and calling people. I remember you saying
yes, for some reason, like I had passed everything before the board, but my liquor license had not been signed off on, and we were supposed to be opening our restaurant, but for some reason, it hadn't been signed off on. Mm-hmm. And when she did that, I knew that she had something to do with it because she was cool with the person who had to sign off. Let's just say that at the time. Okay. And so my whole thing was, it's one thing for you to try to tear me down on the show. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. But then you also trying to affect my life and my business outside of the show. Probably, and that's when I was just like, you know what? That's dangerous. You get what I'm saying? And with that being said, I don't want to, like, I can't with you. Because I can't, you will be pulling strings and doing everything you can to destroy me, even when it has nothing to do with the show. Right. Even when I'm not around you, I don't see you, I don't talk to you. So, you know what? Let me just excuse myself and move. Yeah. Like, I've never tried to, stop. Obviously, she's still on show. She's still on Bravo. Yeah. Right. So, you do you, I do me. If they want to have you there, that's fine. I just don't want to be there. Like, I don't know why everybody has a problem with me saying that. I don't get it. I don't get it. It played out in front of y'all. Like, I don't get it. I don't know why people try to change the story. I be seeing people change the story now and be like, nah, see, she really didn't. No, she really did. Mm-hmm. She really did. She really said those things. She really did claim that I said it out of my mouth to her and then changed the story and said somebody else told her.
Somebody told her.
Like, and as far as me and Porsha, it is taking a long time for us to get to a place. It was like 2 or 3 years
after that of y'all like going back and forth. Yeah, it was a while.
It was taking a long time for us to get back to a place of being, being cool, whatever.
Co-workers.
So, right. I mean, we had to continue to work with each other at the show. Right. So, yeah, we worked through those things. But to me, it started with the admission of this wasn't right. This is what happened, and putting all the cards on the table.
Another thing, Porsha apologized. Phaedra still ain't.
Yes, and people still don't understand. Thank you. At least somebody understand it. Mm-hmm. The other one, she still be over here acting like she ain't did nothing. Yeah. I'm like, child, I ain't got time for that. No time. And I'm happy that she's on television. I'm happy that she's doing her thing. I just don't want to do it together.
So there's also that other element in regards to, and if you go back to the reunion, I implore people just to rewatch that reunion. It was just good TV at the time anyway. But the other element here that Kandi is accusing Phaedra of knowing this guy that was holding off on Kandi's liquor license. So Kandi felt as if Phaedra she's not playing a fair game here. She's not doing just things for television. She is also trying to ruin my real life in business. And you know, a Taurus, when it comes to our real life, our professional life, our businesses, and you already know with Kandi, very serious, very serious. And I don't blame her. And honestly, that aside, the whole liquor license thing aside, my issue here with Phaedra is that she has never shown remorse and she's never apologized. That's the key element here. And I feel as if, yeah, we could have had a conversation. This whole situation probably would have been different. Phaedra probably would have been back at the network a lot earlier if she showed remorse and she had apologized. And I know what some of you will say, why does she gotta apologize to Kandi? Because of what she lied about on Kandi. It was very clear. And even if you say you heard it from someone, well, you can be like, you know what? I should never have repeated it. I should have never repeated those things because I should know as a grown adult and a professional who owns a business how this could affect you. I should have never done it. I'm sorry. But remember, on the Ultimate Girls Trip, when this came up, again, Phaedra was like a humana. She would not go any further or even show remorse for it. She could even, I think Kandi, I know some people don't think Kandi would be forgiving in this. I don't think Kandi would forget, but I think if she had shown real remorse, it wouldn't have been an easy forgiveness. It probably would have been a couple of years, because we see how Kandi rolls when it comes to situations like that. She's not going to easily forgive you, and I don't blame her, but I think she would eventually forgive you. So for me, the issue here is that Phaedra has never shown remorse. And despite her not showing remorse, she still has been welcomed back at the network. They even have found a new position for her on Married to Medicine. And that, I'm still sort of looking at that with the side eye, because I don't know if I believe this relationship with the doctor that she's dating. We barely saw any elements of him being involved during the season, besides one event where he was photographed. So for us, this is just a ploy to fulfill the fans. Oh, we're going to bring Phaedra back. Rumor on the street, according to Carlos King, they were trying to bring her back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm sure, although Kandi says that she doesn't have any involvement in casting, I'm sure she has put her foot down. It's like, I'm not filming with her. Do I blame her? No. And the reason probably why it worked and why a lot of people don't understand Kandi gets a lot of things over at Bravo is because she probably had a meeting with her attorneys and her team with the Bravo executives. And they laid out all the reasons why this you would be putting me in a position of working with someone that had these defaming accusations. I'm sure there's so much to this whole situation that we do not know. And if we did know, heads would roll. I just have a feeling. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts. Oh, wait, sidebar. Congratulations. We talked about this yesterday during our Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. Kandi and the gang is coming back. She did not confirm that it's coming back with Bravo, though. I'm assuming that it is.
That was my girl, Dominique. She's also a part of Kandi and the Gang, which a lot of you guys remember our reality show. It will be coming back. Anyway.
Okay. I was just saying it need to.
Yes.
But she did confirm that Kandi and the Gang is coming back. A lot of you did love Kandi and the Gang. It was wholesome. It was funny. It was interesting. I definitely think it has the potential to be a great show. And the ratings weren't bad at all for Kandi and the Gang. Not like some of these other shows that are still on the network. Guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, we want to know your thoughts. But again, we do not moderate adults, so do not start trolling people on their opinions. All right? Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Ooh,